Yes. So, extra big pieces of pie. Okay. I have a Magnum ice cream, the chocolate, and then dip all the rest of it in there. An option. You would sacrifice ice cream on a stick. Yeah. Yeah, I would. Put it in the bowl. Yeah, I would. I would put ice cream on. And then I would dip. Like, oh, what a good boy am I. Is that what they did? Some plum. I only know that from Adventure Time because there's an episode. I don't know if you've seen it. Yeah. Where Finn just. Yeah. It's the Greyballs episode, isn't it? Are we muted? Probably not. That's not high. We're not.
Hello. Now I can hear you guys. What's up? You can only see the top of my head. And what's going on here? Okay, I don't like that. We'll keep you guys right here until we move the camera down. So I think, do you guys know if Jennifer is joining us today? I don't know. Okay, we'll give it a few more minutes. Maybe she's just running late. I'm checking all my little thingies. I don't have anybody in the queue. So far, everybody who's here is here. Raspberry. Woohoo! All right, Glad Lucky Monday. Excited to have you guys back. Join me today. First, you guys know I've been talking lots and lots about periods and the importance of being in tune with your body and kind of working with your body and not against it, especially during those times of the month. And I shared a post by my coach in my stories, and then I kind of listed like the different phases, and she likes to call them moon cycles too, but I just call it, it's just a regular cycle. So she has it set for actual seasons. So the first season, which is menses, is winter, which is kind of something we're all in. And then she kind of gives you like a mindset strategy for that season, which is turning inward. Here she is. Click the other thing. So turning inward during the winter, which is menses time. And then follicular, she said that would be like your springtime, which is where everything is growing and blooming and there's all this great energy. And we just lost Jennifer. And so that's a really great time to plan and strategize. And then ovulation would be full bloom. and that would be like your summertime. And then fall is luteal, so you're going back into everything. Luteal is usually your right before your period, where you feel tired and you feel like crap, and you're just like, I don't know why I'm so tired. I feel like shit. I'm not even on my period yet. Well, this is the time where you really want to practice patience and quiet, and maybe do a lot of journaling, and begin to turn inward. So I shared this post on my story. You guys can look into it. She actually has a podcast where she talks a lot about this in depth. So you can just check out her post in my story. It should be on Facebook too. If it's not, I'll just put a link in our Slack channel, and you guys can check it out whenever you feel the need to check that out. So anyways, thanks for joining, Jennifer. I was just kind of chit-chatting until you shut up. I didn't tell about anything too important. I just talked about periods. We all go through that, and how important. You guys have been with me for a while, both jiu-jitsu and in the fitness section, so you know how much I pride my just working out with your body. So like, was it our workout on Saturday? I was super tired because I was still in that luteal menses phase where it felt like crap. So it was just like, okay, I'm going to be easy with myself. I'm still going to do the workout. I'm not going to quit, because my goal, I'm still an athlete. And so I'm still here to perform and do work, but I'm just being patient with myself and knowing that, okay, maybe right now I'm not at my peak performance. And that's just because my body is telling me that, hey girl, you need to slow it the F down right now. And that's okay. So today we're going to be doing a lot of review, lots of drilling. So we're going to start off with our scrimmage drill. I'm going to give you guys a new, well, it's not really new. It's a leg pummel drill. It's another leg pummel drill. Well, this time you'll be seating on your butt, and it's going to help you retain your leg lock. So one of the things that Molly put for our grand scheme for our jiu-jitsu classes this month of December is guard retention and sweeps. Well, since we're doing leg locks, we're not going to be doing a lot of traditional guard, but the leg lock entanglement is a type of guard. So we're going to be focusing on how we retain that. Okay, so first, let's start off with our standing eskrima drills, just to get our legs warmed up. I'm going to give you guys a few new ins and outs there. And maybe I should put on a timer. Let's see, since I have all these cameras up. No, I am not, because it's too much work. So I'm going to adjust this bottom so you guys can see my feet. Really want you to see my feet. Okay. You guys got all the camera angles too. Oops, I just do the bare ass angle. All the camera angles. There we go. Okay. So in, boom, knees outside, scream it in, scream it in. And then back. Let's scream it in and in. And then we're going to push ourselves back. Okay, just like that. Make sure you use your hands, because hand pressure really counts here. I'm going to try to get this good angle for y'all. So I'm here, boom. You want that wrestling flat back position. Boom, stepping in, pressure into the knees, eskrima, backing out, back in, eskrima. Boom, boom, boom. Good job. Let me see if I can change this angle. You guys to get see it all. Now, if you haven't been doing it already, we're going to eskrima in, keeping contact with the legs, eskrima out. In, And for those of you who are working with a dummy and a person, when you get inside those legs, remember, we want to move this chair out the way. We want to get them wide. So nice and wide, stretching them out here. If I had a better dummy like you, Amy, and if I had a person like you, Sarah, I'd be cupping at the kneecaps, elbows inside, nice and tight to my body. Not too low. You don't want to get too low. You just you want both your legs. So you don't need to tilt her to the side, Sarah. You just need to get her to squat. So you don't only go as low as you can control. You don't need to bring yourself all the way to the ground. You want her doing the splits, not you. Yeah, better. Boom, boom. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you can also cup the knees, or you can just push your knees down. Just push them down. Yeah. Yeah. I'm watching you, Amy. Do yours. Boom. Boom. Yeah. All right. Okay. Now we're going to do the side control setup with our eskrima drill. So we're here, one side. Ooh. I slewed. And then tilt them to the side. I have a foul. Okay, so let me do it this way so I don't fall this time. Slide off. So I'm here, boom, screaming with one leg, then tilt them to the side, back, scream it in, tilt them to the side, and back. Again, Jennifer, you got it? You want me to do it again?
Are you tilting to the opposite side from the direction that you're screaming?
So I have like kind of a medium range camera. So if you look at that one, I get one leg inside, and then whatever leg is on the outside of the leg, right? So I should have one leg between my legs. I'm driving to the outside leg. Yeah. And if you have the room, Sarah and Cha, you guys can really get a little bit more dramatic. I want you to really cut that hip and pull her all the way to the side where she's on her side completely. And even you, Amy, you can drill it same as Sarah and Cha. So they're gonna really get all the way to the side. Yeah. And practice pulling that dummy with you a bit. Yeah. Better. Mm-hmm. Computer. Me and Amy are here. Boom. 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 Really try to find a rhythm. So Amy, not Amy, Jennifer, this is going to be, since for you and I, since we have the chair, we're not going to really be practicing as much as the real position as them, like the weight distribution. But what you and I can practice is footwork. And this has actually been helping me a lot, because a lot of times people are like trying to butt scoot into you and trying to capture your feet. So you kind of want to be, if you ever, what is that guy's name? If you ever watch like the Mendez brothers do their passing, they have like such a great flow. They're constantly moving their feet and able to essentially dance around the person who's playing guard, right? So if you find yourself a rhythm, try not to get flat-footed and then try to get into it. Boom. And try to find yourself a flow as you're moving the chair. So for you, I want you to focus more on the footwork. Try not to get too flat-footed. And find that rhythm. See how there's like a little pause there. Yeah, you're on your heel. Try to stay on your toes when you move. As soon as you get on your heel, you're gonna lose it. There you go, Amy, nice. A little bit more drive, a little bit more weight distribution, Sarah. Try to put your hand on her hip before you move, Sarah. Lock out that guard. Yeah. Yeah. Try not to get on your heel too much, Jennifer. Stay on your toes, stay on your toes. Kind of getting in your instep and your heel, and so that's kind of making it hard for you to dance. It's a salsa. It's a salsa. Light foot, light foot. Boom, 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 boom. I'm sliding. Slide. Boom. As soon as your foot gets back, make contact. All right, back step. Back step. So, Jennifer, this is what it's going to look like for us. Obviously, we're not going to sit on the chair, or we could. So for me, you, Jennifer, it's going to look like this. Side control, back step. I'm sorry. Boom, knee slice, back step. Knee slice, back step. Okay. Everybody who's doing the dummy. Oh, I could turn this off. Heater's on. Everybody who's on the dummy or a person. Full drill. So the dummy, just pop that knee behind your butt, Amy. Pop the dummy knee behind your butt, and then back step. Yep. Boom. Right there. And okay. So I'm gonna add something for those of you guys who are on a dummy and a person. Jennifer, stick with the chair before you grab your dummy. Stick with the chair before you grab the dummy. So, okay, you guys got the medium, you guys got all the views. Cool. Okay, so we're here. Boom, back step, boom. We're gonna turn it into a drill. So now after we're back stepping, we're not gonna go into the leg locks just yet. We're still drilling the passing. We're usually, our hands are in the front, right? So from the back step, you're gonna go into 3/4 mount and then back into the knee slice. So I'm here in the back step position. My hand's gonna come back over. I'm gonna shift to 3/4 mount and then drive back into the knee slice. So if maybe Choff, you can do it on top of Sarah. So Amy and Jennifer can kind of see what we need. This is kind of just like a flowy Eskrima passing drill. Right here, boom, back step, boom, here, back into the 3/4 mount, drive your knee off, boom, back into the knee slice, boom. And you can complete the knee slice if you want to from here, or you can just back out, whatever. Yeah. So you guys got it? Do it one more time for those of us who need another view. So Eskrima's in, Eskrima, knee slice. Just push your knee behind you to back step. You don't even have to wait for her. Boom, back step, 3/4 mount. Boom, back to the knee slice. Slice. Boom. Yeah. Yeah. You guys need to see it again or you got it?
Did you want me to put it there for now?
You could do it. On the chair. So right now we're just gonna focus on just the footwork. Do like 3 to 5 on the chair, and then break out your dummy, Jennifer. So we're here, Eskrima, boom, knee slice, back step, boom, back into the knee slice. I didn't really go 3/4 mount on a chair; it doesn't make sense. But you can go back into the knee slice. Right? So boom, knee slice, back step, back to the knee slice. Boom, boom, and then back out. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna remix for you, Jennifer. Check this out. Check this out. We're gonna X pass after the knee slice. So we're here. Boom, boom, back step, knee slice, X pass. I hella slip with these socks on. I can totally take my socks off. But let me see if I can get in the chair again. Boom. Knee slice, back step, knee slice, X pass. Also, those of you guys who are on a dummy or a person, you could totally X pass too off that knee slice as well. At the last knee slice. Yeah, X pass whenever, to be honest with you. But boom, boom, yeah. There you go, Jennifer. Now just find your footwork. Boom. Yeah. Mm. And Amy, you can totally, instead of just going back into the knee, either one, Sarah or Amy, instead of like from 3/4 mount, you can just drive into mount, regular mount from there, or you can go back to knee slice, either or. Try messing around. Let's just try like free flowing. See what you guys come up with. Get creative. Boom, boom, right? Back step, boom, right? Boom. So yeah, I don't collect the leg, Amy. We're just passing right now. So if you collect the leg, you're kind of locked into getting into the leg lock. So if you're just passing, you're not going to collect the leg. Boom, boom, back step, boom, yep, boom, yes, yeah. Okay, one more, Jennifer, then break out your dummy. You're starting to get the flow. Wait, do one more rep after this. One more rep. I want you to not pause. Just flow through it. Boom, boom. That's up. Boom. Yes. There you go. All right. Mm-hmm. So let me show you guys the mount, right? So we're here. I back step. I'm in 3/4 mounts. Boom. So usually when I do this mount, let me see what you guys can see. Boom. I'm taking both my hands, underhooking, pinning my head up. Butt comes high. I get my little hook inside, and then my knees flare out, drop my hips, and then I'm out. That's usually how I do it from the 3/4 mount position. So I'll do it again. I'm here off that back step position. I'm going to drive back into 3/4 mount. So the person's still kind of holding on to this leg, right? I think it's usually like this, right? So we're here, both hands underhook. I'm going to pin my head underneath their chin. Or if I'm trying to be nice, it might go right next to their head, but usually it's here is best. I'm going to tripod up. My foot hooks underneath. Usually they're not letting go of my leg at this point. And then I'm going to drive down, both my knees butterfly out, drive up, my hips drive down like that. And then I can mount. So if you guys want to watch Cha do it to Sarah, you can see a real live person do it. Back step. Oh yeah, 3/4 mount right there is fine. That's 3/4. All right, underhook, boom. You can go next to the head or up. Foot is gonna hook on to that top leg. Yeah, drive your knees out so you're like spreading her. Drive down and then yeah, like that. Turn her feet either to the side or like have her feet facing the camera so people can see the feet. Yeah, just like that. Boom. One more time. 3/4 mounts. Both are underhooking. Head. Tripod up. Yep. Yeah, just like that. I do that a lot. It actually works. Just even if some big dude is holding tight onto my legs, I might not use my hook. I might stomp on it. I might like stomp and like actually kick that top leg out. But I'm keeping a lot of weight on them, and I'm keeping very good balance, so they can't just sweep me. They can't. Like I'm using my feet to like kick out their hips or their legs to maintain balance and to also maintain my weight. So go ahead, give that a try on your little passing remix, and then we're gonna add in the leg pummeling drill and our freaking endless supply of leg lock series sequence. Yeah, today's like a drilling day. Not a lot of new techniques being given in, just drilling, putting things together, making it all very fluid. And so for those of you who are just using a dummy, I really want you to focus on your footwork and hitting all those key points. For those of you who are working with a person, weight distribution. Try to make sure that you're keeping their shoulders pinned to the ground, not allowing any space. So if you have a person, you can move slowly. Remember, slow is fast. Slow is wait, how does it go? Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. That's what we want. All right. You guys feel what passes work really well for you. Just remix it, put it together. Give you a few more minutes. Remember, you want those underhooks, Sarah. You want them underhooks. All right, let's look in. Leg pummeling drill. So we've got, ooh, cool, I've got all these little camera angles. It's very cool. So you see, I'm gonna move this light so it's not in the camera. Yeah. Okay, well. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's better. All right, so leg pummeling drill. We're going to be inside into this butterfly hug. So the first thing with your people who have training partners, really focus on this tension. So it's the outward pressure with the knee and the pull. And I'm not necessarily just pulling back. I am kind of bringing the feet back together. So I'm just pulling pulling their legs against my shins to maintain tension. From here, we're going to shrimp in or butt scoot in using one foot. one leg is going to stay bent, the other one's going to get straight, and I'm butt scooting in until my knee and my feet connect to the hip, right? From here is our first position that we all know of, which is usually our straight ankle lock position. Then you're going to open up the leg, curl this foot in, and now we're in our saddle, right? So you can practice that. After we're in our saddle position, we're going to extract the leg, butt scoot out, get our hook in, our hook in this way. So the knee is outside, the foot is inside. And then you're going to shoot both your legs to the opposite leg. Come in for outside ashi here. Pan back to the foot. Plant your bottom foot on the ground. Butt scoot or shrimp back. The screamer your foot back in. And then maintain tension here until you get both your legs inside. All right. So I know that was kind of a lot. It's kind of difficult for me to demonstrate on a bear, for goodness sakes. But you guys, let's all watch Sarah and Cha go through it. I'll try to direct them. And yeah. Yep, that's right. And then take your top leg out. Cha, and scream it in. Grab the other foot. Yep, exactly. Now shoot both your legs to that other hip. Yep. Boom, boom. Exactly. You just scoot back out, scream it in. Yeah. And so the trick here is going to be going hip to hip. So we have our first shrimping, which is here. We're going to stay square. And then when we're ready to shoot onto the leg for the straight ankle position, we're actually going to be on this hip, scooting in, foot to the hip, right? Now, when we're ready to weave this foot in, we have to go to the other hip to weave our foot in, right? Then we want to extract it. We have to stay on this side. And when we're weaving in, we're ready to shoot back. I'm going to go to this hip first, shoot my legs in, and then when I got into the leg, then I'm going back to the hip. Okay, so it's a lot of hip to hip movement, hip to hip, rocking. All right, so you guys go through it. I'm going to see if I can pull up my coach's video on this. I shared one. Try to stay at or behind your green mats, Jennifer, so I can see you.
I was just saying, if I need to be able to see the screen because I was watching Cha and Sarah for a sec.
Oh, okay.
They're back. I can't see them.
Okay.
I'll go back in a sec.
Yeah. Yes. So yeah, so make sure, Amy, your hands and your feet move together. So when you're pummeling in for that outside leg, So, okay, we're here. Boom. When you're pummeling in for that outside leg, right? You want your hands and your feet to move together. I might even grab with my hand first, then a screamer out. So then I still have the tension on the leg. I don't want to kind of have this leg loose and flying around. Yeah. And then back into it. You're maintaining your tensions. This is a leg pummel drill, but it's also like maintaining tensions, understanding how to move your hips, learning your inside control. Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go, good job. So, yep. And so this is kind of also a drill that you can really remix. It doesn't have to always be the same pattern, that the pattern that I gave you. It's just whatever you see is available. Okay, I'm gonna add one more while you guys are still confused, because I know this has always been a confusing one for me too. I'm gonna give you one more. So I'm not gonna go through the whole sequence, so we'll just go anytime you're in the ashi, boom, boom, right? You're here, you have that saddle position or that funky, it's not even really a saddle, it's more of a leg knot from where you are. So we have this position. You can also pop your hips, and you really want to keep, you don't want to like just pop and then let this kind of float on without keeping control over it on its own. You really want to pop your hips and feed it, right? So this leg is on this side originally. I'm going to pop, let it pass through. My hands are maintaining control of the leg. And then I'm feeding it to this side over here. And then I have, this is the saddle position, right? I can also be in ashi. So I'm here, boom, boom, back out. Outside ashi position and do the same thing. Hop. And then I'm here and I want to get my knee out the hole. And now I'm in that 50-50 position. Well, it's not even 50-50. We like to call it 70-30 because our knee is outside the hole. And then we're up. And we have that wild heel hook position that we went over a few months ago. So let me guide Sarah and Cha through it so you guys can see it on a real person. Cha's like, what the heck? I don't even know what you did. Okay, just trust me. I'm going to talk you through it. All right, so we're here. Boom, outside ashi. Boom, you can weave through and you're going to pop. So keep control over her Achilles. So, and her foot is, don't change your angle of your body. You're literally just popping your hips up and letting her foot pass the other side of your body. Yeah, so it's not even a push off. You're not pushing it. You're not pushing it to the side. You're popping your hips and dragging it off to the side that way. Exactly. And then you would fall to her side, right? So fall the opposite way and kick her foot to her head. So now you're in the saddle. Got it? Yeah. All right. Now go back to other position. Boom. Here. So go back to like you're gonna, so from here, boom, now hook through. Yeah, now shoot all the way out to outside ashi. Boom, yes. Now you're gonna do the same thing, pop your hip. Yep, so flat on your back, pop your hip. So go back, foot on the other side, flat on your back, pop your hip. Use your hips to bring it over. Good. Now roll your knee to that knee that's between her leg. I want you to continue to roll towards the window and get your knee outside of the lock. That bottom leg should be pointing straight down to the floor. Get your hip up in the air, and then this is that crazy heel hook position from here. That 70-30 heel hook. Exactly. Got it? I know that one's kind of confusing. So I'll do it one more time on Barry so you guys can see me do it. I swear, every time Darren does this drill for us, I'm like, what the heck are you doing? But trust me, like, I've been doing it for a while, so now I'm like, okay. It's crazy. So straight leg, boom, ashi, foot to the hip. Okay, we're gonna weave through. Boom, we're in that leg knot. From here, I'm just putting my back flat to the ground, popping my hip. I'm keeping that leg tight to my body, right? You guys can see the tight camera right here, right? So I'm keeping that leg tight to my body and just passing it through. Then I can tip to the side, outside saddle from here. Okay, I'm gonna go back, boom, back into the leg knot, weaving my foot in, boom, shooting out to the outside ashi on this side. I'll turn around so you guys don't just see my butt. So I'm here. Even when I'm on this position, I'm here. I'm gonna pop my hips and see how my hips are driving this way. I'm using my hips to drive the leg to the ceiling. Boom, boom. Using my hips to feed the movement. And then I'm getting into the heel hook here. Okay. All right, so you don't want to just, it's not just like a push over, you're keeping it taut. Just like an arm bar. Keeping it close to your body. Oh, you're right there, Amy. So hook. So yeah, that inside, the leg that's closest to your dummy, hook it. Yeah, hook it on that leg. Yeah. Hook it. Control the foot with your other hand. Uh-huh. Now shoot your feet through. Yes. Outside ashi. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Boom. Pop your hips. Knee all the way to the ground. Yes. 50-50 heel hook. There you go. Through 70-30 heel hook. Boom. Boom. Here. Nice. Jennifer, leg knot. Pop. Kick the feet to the head. Kick the feet to the head. There you go. Saddle. Boom. Now go back. Reverse it back into the leg knot. So the leg should be on the other side of your body. Not your feet. Keep your feet where they were. Keep your feet close together. Now bring the foot to the other side of your body. There you go. Sit back up again. Control that far leg. Yeah. So now you're in the leg knot. Weave through. There you go. Shoot to outside ashi. No. Go back. Here. So yeah, you're here. So that leg, the leg that's furthest away from me, furthest away from the camera right now, that's gonna weave underneath. Boom. There you go. Now shoot to 50-50 on this leg that's closest to the camera. Yes, boom, exactly. Now, boom. Yep, and drive your knee down. Yeah, 50-50, 70-30 heel hook. Here. I was looking at Jennifer. I just started looking at you and Sarah, so we'll see what's going on. Once you understand the patterns, Jennifer, you can go ashi on that side, the same side too, but just kind of try to find the flow. Find how everything fits. There you go. There you go. There you go, Sarah. You got to maintain control of the hip with your foot though. Your foot's completely off the hip. So yes, it's true. You want to be mindful of your feet so she can't heel hook you. But if you don't have pressure on her hip, you don't have a leg lock. You're not going to be able to finish that leg lock, right? So both that inside foot is going to have like some heavy pressure on her hip just by its position. Boom. Yeah. So you don't need to step that leg out. I can't completely see the position of her feet. It just looks like her heel is like barely on your hip from my camera angle. It looks like it's slipping off. So yeah, you gotta maintain tension. Mm-hmm. So Sarah, I think maybe it's you don't know what to do with that top leg. So that top leg, you can use it to add even more pressure to her hip by stomping on your foot that's on her hip. Or like some people figure for it. I'm not personally a fan of that because I have long legs. So most of the time I have longer legs than other people. So I just feel like I have a whole lot of leg that could potentially get leg locked. So I try to keep my legs short. That's kind of the rule of thumb actually when you are playing leg locks. If you are attacking somebody, you want to try and make sure that you can keep your legs short so that they can't reattack you. But also, you don't want your legs like in the air not doing anything because then you're not putting that right pressure on the hip to apply to finish to do everything you need to do to get the submission. What were you gonna say, Jennifer?
I was going to say anything. I just forgot what was the thing after you kicked the far leg towards the head. I was trying to watch someone do that.
Oh, you're trying to watch Sarah do it?
Someone did.
Yeah. See how her feet are on you, Cha? I mean, how Cha's feet are on you, Sarah? Like, yeah, she's got good pressure on your hips. I can see. And Cha, you can use that top leg to even go back into the position, Cha. Like, that's how you have your feet is one way. You can also stomp on your heel. Yeah. And just like really get that pressure in good. Mhm. Oh, I'm not done, you guys. I got one more to show you. Sorry. I'm just gonna keep you guys confused. You're like, how do I even do these leg locks anymore? That's fine. We're just gonna continue to drill this. So we're gonna complete the circle. So the circle of life. We're shooting in. Boom. Where's my camera? Boom. Feet on the hips. So you're gonna look at the medium camber right now. Opening up. Curling in. Right. We got the leg knock. I can go pop. We're here in the saddle, back to the leg knot. We want to take our foot out. And then we'll make sure when you're shooting for this, here I'm on this side of the hip, this is up. So this side is up. Once I get my feet across, then I can switch my hands. Right? Here outside Ashi, pop, 50 or 70-30 heel hook. Right? We're stomping here. And then guess what? What camera am I looking at? Yeah, so you guys are gonna have to look at the close camera. So I have my knee on the outside. This will be the 70-30. This top leg is gonna step over, crossing this other leg. This can be a whole leg lock too, just having both the legs in. But sometimes a person will be extracting this leg. Boom. And guess where I'm at? Back into Ashi. This is Dorothy though. So our straight ankle Dorothy's is where I would end up. You're like, how did I do that? Okay, let me go back. Boom, boom. 70-30 heel hook. Right? The 70-30 is a better 50-50. This top leg, stepping over. Imagine this Barry had a hip. That's where I'm stepping onto. I'm stepping onto his hip. Exactly where I would stomp if I was going into Ashi, right? So if the person is weird and they're not trying to defend, I could potentially have two legs here to finish. Most likely they're going to be extracting this original leg that I was heel hooking. They're going to take it out. Boom. So I'm going to hook, pull my other foot out. Dorothy on this side. Okay. So you guys can watch Sarah and Chana do it because since there are people. Boom, boom. Leg knot. Saddle. Make sure you kick her to the nose. Boom. Back. Grabbing the feet. Yep. Yep. 70-30. Mm-hmm. There you go. Heel hook. Grab it. Yep. Stomp on the hip. Collect that other foot. Yes. Boom. Exactly. You just gotta tighten it up a bit, but that's pretty much the gist. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Come back to the leg knot first. Yeah, grab the foot. No, the other foot. Grab the other foot. Yeah. Now back to the leg knot. So pop the bottom leg to the other side of your leg, your hip. There you go. So you maintain tension. Now weave through. Yep, hip. Shoot through. Boom. Yeah. Good. Yep. Step over. Collect that foot. Collect that bottom leg. Chop. Grab it with your hand. Yep. Now step over. Drive your knee through. If she's not able to let go of that leg, you got both feet to leg lock. And then boom. And do you remember where you can go from there? Belly down, straight ankle lock. Boom. Boom. Yeah. All of the things, all the leg locks in the world, in that one sequence. See if you guys can remember it. If you can't, don't worry about it. Just play around. See what happens. I'm watching you guys. The main thing is going hip to hip. The other main thing is maintaining tension in the legs. How do we maintain tension? Pressure and counter pressure. Where's the initial pressure coming from? Stomping on the hip. Where's the secondary pressure coming from? Your tension on the foot, pulling the leg. Usually I like to grab at the Achilles. This is a nice little band here. There's a nice little, you see the tight camera, this band here, you can just grab it. It's nice. Grab. Another rule of thumb, if the knee is out of the lock, you are escaping the submission. So if you are trying to submit somebody in a leg lock, try to maintain control of the knee. Keep it in your lock.
When you're on the last part, when you're collecting the far side leg, going under or over it?
I'm usually going over it. So if you see my hand, I'm probably most likely grabbing like this. Kind of like that toe hold grip. Such a great grip. But I might be grabbing just the ankle. But if I grab the foot, this is such a great grip. It's like that toe hold grip that I showed you guys, grabbing across those knuckles of the toes and just pulling it in. It's going to be a good grip for you to grab the foot and maintain control of it. Yeah, Cha. Trying to get your booty in that a little bit more though. It was better in there. All right, for all of you, now let's try to get a rep in each position before we let each other go. So first position is excuse me, straight ankle. Boom. Pressure on the hip, closing the loop. So closing the loop means I'm putting my knee and hiding my heel, usually stopping on the hip, rep in. So wrapping the leg, duck diving, hip in, boom, rep there. Then we're gonna weave into the leg knot. So my hand's gonna go to the foot first, and I'm gonna weave it. Sit up, like the leg knot, you really do sit up. So I'm here sitting up, and I'm maintaining this tension before because the person can't really escape in this leg knot position. So I'm gonna maintain tension before I get into the heel hook, and you really got a whole lot of time here. So tension, grabbing the heel hooking in, bring the toes to the butt, boom. Try not to lean back and do it. It's really just here, hands to the chin, shoulder shrug, toes to the butt. So I'm kind of like doing this Popeye movement. All right. Then I'm going to let go of the leg lock. Please do, because you're going to pop your friend's foot if you have a person. Bring the foot to the other side. Kick the the knee to the nose. Always tracking at the knee, dragging up, stuffing that through. And remember, we're holding on to the heel. We're in this rear naked choke position. Hands to the chin, shoulder shrug, activate your back, use your hips and bring the toes to the butt again. All right, letting that go, back into the leg knot position, sitting up. Then that's when I'm gonna drop to my hip, weave through, other hip, shoot through into outside ashi. Outside ashi is gonna be another heel hook position. This time I'm going to wrap the body. So I'm hamstring curling in. This foot can splay out, so you're gonna base on this leg, and then heel hook in, always tracking from the knee to the heel, popping your hip through, toes to the butt. All right, let go of the heel hook, hop through to 70-30, heel hook, boom, boom. Again, tracking from the knee, heel, toes to the butt. All right, I'm really just driving into the hips at this point because this one's really tight, and you're coming out, you're driving into the knees from the side. All right, let go of the heels, collect the foot, grab. This leg's gonna come through, boom. Dorothy, this is gonna be a straight ankle lock. So you have your choice how you wanna do this grip. You can do regular straight position, or you can do like a reverse rear naked choke grip. Drive over, finish with the belly down. Belly down is here, boom, hips, and then lifting up. All right. Wrap in each position. Off your elbow, off your elbow, off your elbow, off your elbow, Shaw. Duck dive, head on the floor. Drive your hips up. There you go. So you can let go of the straight ankle at this point. Just, yeah, sit up, sit up. So don't heel hook over yet. Sit up, grab, use your other hand to grab. Yeah, so the tension in your lats and your hips at this point, Cha, is what's going to maintain control of her legs. She can't really pull that out. So all you need to do is maintain control of her other leg. Sit straight up. You don't even need to be on like one hip or the other, right? Sarah, try to escape. Try to pull out. She's got to like let go of your hand. Yeah, but I just don't do that, Sarah. Just I want you to just try and pull away without like trying to try to like scoot your butt away, Sarah. Like try to like, you can't, like there's a lot of tension here. Her only escape was to do what she just did, which is to like release your hand, right? But even still, she can't. So you have, as long as you maintain control of that foot, sit straight up, You kind of want her on her side a little bit for this one. All right, so like your legs are gonna like straighten and keep tension. Yeah. Now you can just go for the heel hook whenever you want. Boom. Yeah. Now go back into the, there you go. So go back, Cha. See how her knee is slipping? So grab her knee pit, scoot your body in tighter. Like really get her knee deep in the hole, which is between your legs, right? And then you want to track from her knee bands. So that top arm, well, not your top arm, I guess it's your bottom one. Track from her knee bands, and then put that foot deep in your armpit. All the way, track from her knee bands all the way to her heel, and then wrap around to her toes. Yeah, top hand around and around her heel into the rear naked, pull her heel out and rear naked choke position. Hands to your chin, shoulder shrug, hip in. Yeah, there you go. So release her foot to the other side, leg knot position, sit up. Boom, there you go. Boom, shoot through. Yeah, boom. So that top leg this time, usually she's kind of sitting on her back. That's fine. Usually you're going to be here wrapping, using your back hamstring to wrap and hamstring curl her body in tight to you. Yep, that bottom leg can kind of be straight, so you're going to kickstand it out just to maintain position of her body. And then from here, again, tracking from her knee all the way to her heel, putting that foot in your armpit, pulling her heel out. And then you're going to duck dive again, get off your elbow, drive to your head. So you're going to kick down onto your head, butt up in the air. So then you get her this space, and then you can go into the heel hook this way. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Now you're going to back at her hip. There you go. Back to 70-30, knee out the hole. Drive in. Yep. Same thing. Always from the knee bands to the heel. This time you're hipping in at the side of her knee, which is really messed up. It's really powerful, like lock here. Boom. Same thing. Good. Now release her foot so you don't break it. Collect her far leg. Straight into the Dorothy. This time both of our feet are going to go to her. And you can always do a heel hook here, but you can just go straight to Dorothy. Dorothy, so be a straight ankle lock, or there's different grips here. So you can do that one, or you can do the other rear naked one. Yeah, that works. Mm-hmm. Duck dive, elbow off the ground. Boom. And then belly down. You got the belly down one. Belly down. So this time Sarah is kind of like, well, you can roll it over, boom, boom, drive your hips down. So this time your hips are going to be the initial pressure. So you're driving your hips to pin your hips to the mat. Your hips, Sarah, Cha is pinning her leg to the mat, and then you're lifting it. Yep. Ooh, that was a lot. Go ahead, Sarah, see if you can get it. Make sure your foot is on her hip. I think your foot is sliding off her hip. Yep. That's the counter pressure. So she tapped pretty fast. Imagine if you had your foot on her actual hip. Yep. Leg knot. So keep her foot on that bottom side. Leave your foot in. Mm-hmm. And this time you can sit straight up, not on your side. You can sit straight up. Yep. And you're trying to like use your side to like keep her leg all tight. Try not to lean back, Sarah. Hands to the chin, shoulder shrug, toes to the butt. There you go. You can also use a toe hold grip too. You can just push out her toes to finish there as well. Yep. Maintain control of the knee bands. Kick her, yes, kick her, yep. Knee bands, keep control of her knee. Don't let her knee slip out the hole. So her knee should be up high, just like an arm bar. Imagine that was her elbow and her elbow was slipping out. Knee bands, heel. Yeah. Yeah. Leg knot it. Leg should be on the other side. Foot should be on the other side. Sit up. There you go. Weave. Yes. Shoot through. There you go. I can't see you guys anymore, so I don't know what's happening. You know what to do, so you just walk her through it. Yep. Extend that foot out. Her foot could also be there. It's fine. Whatever is most optimal, but make sure you have control over the hip. Yep. Stomp, hip stomp, hip stomp, hip stomp. Where's the pressure at the hip? Yep. Yes, Sarah. Belly down. Finish that belly down. Nice. Good job. All right, I'm checking you and Amy out. You guys are probably hearing me say track that knee a lot. Grab at the knee bands because we don't want that knee escaping the hole. As soon as the knee escapes the hole, they're halfway out of the submission. So maintain control over that knee. Good job, Amy. Great. Mm-hmm. Hey, checking you out, Jennifer. Doing good. Mm-hmm. Yep. There you go. All right, let's look in, you guys. You guys did great. I know today was kind of a lot. We're gonna stick with just this, some variation of this because we still have the original kind of I'm going to call it 360 leg locks, because we're just basically making a full circle when it comes to our leg locks. So I showed you another variation, which we'll probably get into this week, but they're all the same. They're all the same positions. They're just kind of, you're getting to them a different way, right? So when we do that back step into the saddle that we were doing last week, you can get into each one of these leg locks in different ways. So that's what we're going to be doing next week, is just back stepping in. You guys have a path to follow. You have several. And so just going from there. I'm just going to start with some remarks, going around the corner by who is closest to the camera. So whatever comments, questions you have, go ahead and put it out. What you got for me, Jennifer?
Yeah, I feel like there was a lot in that sequence, and I'm sure I've missed, like, there were probably submissions I was supposed to do, but I totally skipped over. So I'll definitely need to.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of submissions. That was just the ones that I pointed out to you. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, that's a pretty, imagine if I gave this to you guys when we first start doing leg locks. No way. I mean, I kind of did, but in a very light way. So now you guys have more information. And like you said, there are a ton of submissions in between each step. Child, what you got for me?
I hate upside downy leg lock things, like the 70-30 and like the ankle lock where you have to like go on your head. I just don't like those. I never have, but I'm like, but Sarah like always does those on me, and I'm like, no.
Why don't you like them? Is you just don't like to do them because they feel uncomfortable?
Yeah, I don't like balancing on my head. Like I guess I don't know where to put my second hand. Like if I put both, like Sarah does it really well where she puts both hands on like the foot and like uses her head to like slide herself. I'm like, I don't like doing that. So
more held down. Well, maybe it's just not a submission that you go for. Maybe it's just a transition or position. So far as Ashi is concerned, there's definitely leg locks that I prefer to attack in for more. The one I like is actually when I'm kind of more flat on my back and they're completely facing away from me. And that's just a comfort for me, because that's just the leg lock I prefer to get into more. What about you, Sarah? What about any comments, remarks, anything you have to add?
It's going good. Another session in. I don't know, more reps. I mean, I'm more than 2 years deep in trying to understand leg locking. Seriously, trying to understand it, and it's coming around.
Good. Glad to hear it. What about you, Amy? What's up?
Hey, bye, Jen. Yeah, it was good to kind of like go over the drills again, because I remember when you first gave it, like that was a lot harder to understand than it was today. So it's good. I'm glad we kind of came back around. I guess my main observation was that it felt a lot harder to like find the heel in like that one outside ashi position where your like leg wraps around their back. Because I don't know if it's just my dummy, but it just feels like the heel wants to like curve inward, and I have trouble digging it out. Whereas the other positions, I feel like we're pushing the knee, like reaping the knee a little bit, and that exposes the heel.
No, you're absolutely right. It's because you're lying on the hill, essentially. So you really have to dig that one out a lot. I don't know, maybe I'll talk to, if Darren shows up, maybe I'll ask him about that heel hook a little bit. My legs are also sensitive for the day that I had Caroline practice knee bars on me, so I'm kind of like, but But I'll ask Darren about that particular position tonight if he's comes in, and see if there's any like details I can share with you guys on how to do that heel out. Because it's not just the dummy, it is a position that's difficult to dig the heel out from. And that's because you're literally lying on the leg. So one thing that helps me is really popping your hip up. So you really have to, if you look at the mid camera, I know I'm wearing black on this dark mat, so it might be hard to see, but popping your hip, like you kind of really got to get this top shoulder in front of the bottom shoulder, and you have to pop your hip up to get to the heel. That makes sense. If your heel and the heel is dug in, you're lying on it, you can't really dig at it. So you're going to be here. It's a great initial position to just pin the leg to the ground, but when you're actually trying to attack it, you have to pop your hip up to get to it. All right, you guys. Well, happy drilling. The last session of the year is going to be a rolling session. So for those of you who, I know Amy and Jennifer, you are only going to have your dummy. So it's going to be mostly like a lot of drilling from you. Be prepared to do a lot of drilling and bring out some notes, because we're going to do just like a lot of talking and reviewing. Sarah and Cha, I hope you guys have enough room to do like a light flow roll with each other. We're going to try to do it like specific training where it's specifically leg lock, so we can get into these positions and we can kind of analyze what went wrong, what went right. We've been at this for a while, and I think that's just going to be the next thing to like really mix it up for us, and also like actually apply what we've been learning and drilling. So
Sounds fun. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.